videos, and especially in the middle, I was like, man, what did I get myself into? But once you started a series like that, you have to finish it. You can't just say, well, I've reached 140. I'm just going to scrap it. Because that's not how that works. I don't work that way at all. Even if a video series isn't necessarily that popular, I still keep going. As a for instance, the looking back on classic playoff series, not getting great views right now, I will do that series because once I've started something, I do finish it. Not last summer, but the summer before, I did a history series where I looked at all 100 years of the NHL's history, and I did summaries of each season and what happened in each year. And again, at the start of that series, the view counts were okay, and then they just drop way off when you get into 20, 30, 40. And yet I still kept doing one every day. So that's important. I think when you start a series, I've seen other YouTubers that start doing something and then they go, I'm going to drop this. And I always think, drop it. While many subscribers will skip those videos, there are some that really want to see that. So you're not alienating those ones, but you're disappointing those subscribers. And I don't like to disappoint subscribers if I can avoid it. So there you go. Today it's top 20, just the Adidas. Just Adidas, the top 20 that I own. And if it's been produced, I basically have it because this is the parlay jersey from last year of Vegas. I got it because I thought, you know what, I don't have enough Vegas jerseys because there's only 2. And Vegas doesn't show up in this countdown. There are certain teams that don't show up in this countdown. Like at 20, and it cuts off a lot. Now I'm going to go through and try to catalog my jerseys. We'll do countdown videos this summer, but I'm not doing a top 300. I'm not doing a top 280 like last summer. I think it's better to make that wait another year. So it's not just people looking at the playlist and going, well, it's basically the same as last year. There hasn't been enough change to make it worthy of doing that with it. Yes, I've got the Adidas I get are replacements for Reeboks. They're an upgrade over the Reeboks in most cases because of the state of the logos, but it again doesn't warrant making a whole new video series this summer. That being said, we are going to the top 20. I'm also going to do something a little different. So number 20 is the Leafs Centennial jersey, or Stadium jersey, I should say, sorry. The Centennial one's right there, and I wanted to make sure I didn't mix them up, and I just said one instead of the other. So this is the Stadium jersey from when they played against the Capitals. That Caps jersey won't be in here. This one's fantastic. The funny thing is, the All-Star jersey this year, not entirely dissimilar. So I got the Toronto Maple Leafs, the All-Star jersey, because it did kind of feel reminiscent of this. And I thought, I really like this. The stripes on this year's All-Star jerseys are amazing. It doesn't really show up on camera how much they sparkle, but it's kind of fun. And the All-Star jerseys have dropped in price. Ben H Sports, where I got this one, he's just dropped his price tremendously. And they're on sale on Sport Check as well. So if you were on the fence about whether or not to get one of these, now's a good time to pick one up. But this is number 20. What I really like on this is honor, pride, courage on the sleeve. I love the stripes like this. I did a video after where I had the Centennial, which is blue, this one, which is white, and said, I think these would look better than the current Maple Leafs jerseys. But the home and away stay as they are. The home and away are not in this video. So this is number 20. Number 19, and I miss the red one too. And yet, this one was a pretty fantastic. I do find it weird when a stripe goes halfway around the front and then not around the back. I don't know if that's so that they can say, hey, we didn't completely copy Montreal. But, I like the M on the shoulders. I've always liked the logo. People know this. And I like the red right here in the neck. Just a really sharp, clean jersey. Looks classic. Speaking of classics, I can't wait to see their Winter Classic next year because Minnesota can do something amazing with Winter Classic next year, and I am really, really anticipating adding that to the collection. Number 18. Now, this says Stanley Cup Final on it. Every now and then people will see that I've got this Stanley Cup here on Bruins jersey. Does he think does he think they won it? No. This is the Finals 2019. So this is the current Boston Bruins black jersey. Honorable mention to their throwback that they brought out this year with the yellow B on the front, which I didn't like a whole lot of growing on me. It is not in the top 20. This one is. This is one of 2 Bruins jerseys you'll see in this countdown. I am quite happy with this one, and I was happy that I got their white Adidas as well, because that was tough to track down. But once I got it, quite happy. Boston in the top 20. This is kind of topical since St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow and all. The St. Pats. So number 17. 17. There you go. March 17th, 17. That was good unintentional placement. I've always liked St. Patrick's jerseys. I have a green Maple Leaf St. Patrick's jersey with Sundin on the back. I just think they're really sharp. And it's a divisive thing because they sell out, or it seems like the first time these came out, they sold out pretty quick. And right now, I do see sales on St. Patrick's jerseys, so I'm not sure why they're not selling as well as they did the first time around, or maybe they overstocked them this time and they didn't stock enough the first time. I know that happens with the All-Star jerseys as well. But it's a really sharp one. What I like is, and this is something I talked about before, I'm always happy when you see a heritage, or a throwback, or a third that's white. I really love teams wearing white jerseys. Just it's something that us traditionalists really like, and so I like to see a third that's a white jersey. Because part of the reason we switched to home darks is the dark jerseys sell better, so you want them to be sporting those at home, more likely to sell more jerseys. And your third jerseys, your special jerseys, are normally as well, so they can wear those at home then as well. So it's one of the reasons they switched, and again, I'd be perfectly fine with switching back. But honorable mention to their red jersey, which is not on this countdown. It missed, but this is fantastic. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the double flag, but while I am not a huge fan of the double flag, the overall design of this jersey, the heathered sleeves, fantastic. The full gray shoulders. Try not to. Anyways, don't touch your face. Got it. And then of course there's the hurricane flag. It's really nice. I've been a fan of this from the day they revealed it. And then again the double flag. It's just it's too long, and I don't know how you fix that. And so I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm just really surprised when they redesigned their away jersey that now says Kings. It's not on the countdown. It's close to being on this countdown, but not quite there. I was really surprised they didn't just use this, put it on a white jersey, still have the heathered sleeves. But they went with the Canes logo, which, again, some people love that, some people don't. I don't have it in one of my top jerseys, but it is in the collection. You knew this one was coming if you've been a fan of my channel for more than a couple months, in all likelihood. This one's number 15, which is low considering how high it was when I first got my first jersey. The fun is Avalanche third. I got it 4 years ago today. Facebook memories reminded me that I had taken a picture of myself in this jersey 4 years ago today. So, yeah. The Reebok version was then replaced by the Adidas version that you see here. Adidas is just the logos are in general nicer. They're just cleaner. I'm not a huge fan of certain aspects of Adidas jerseys either, and I always see those comments, but they've done a very nice job with the logos, a very nice job in general. And of course you can see this mountain here, which was used, this sort of design here used on the Avalanche Stadium, which is not in the countdown, but kudos to them on trying something completely different. But this is a really nice one, and it kind of pays homage to Colorado without being ugly like those Colorado Rocky jerseys kind of sort of are. And I wear my Colorado Rockies. I've got home and away. I love them, but yeah, they're kind of ugly. As a little kid, they were one of my favorites. But remember, my favorite was the Flying V. So take all that with a grain of salt. Number 14. You know, the funny thing is, when the Jets went back to Winnipeg and they revealed these jerseys, I thought, it's kind of weird how the stripes overlap with stripes. And I don't know, the logo I thought was kind of, I know, RCAF, I know. But I thought it was kind of not as good as what they had in the 80s and in the early 90s. This is my, of course, Scheifele jersey. And it's a nice one. I really like it. And honestly, when I saw Jets jerseys in person, and I took a really good look at them, I started to appreciate them a lot more. And over the years, that appreciation has only grown. I really like the shoulder patches. I think when they went with the blue one, which is not on like the word mark, the light blue word mark one that they have now for the third, I think a lot of us kind of wanted to see this on the front of a jersey or some version of this. So when they went with that word mark, we kind of went, all right. And so we were this light blue, this blue. Oh, that would just be gorgeous. But you got to take what you can in this case. And so the Jets, pretty nice jersey overall. I'm going to throw this one in the wash as soon as we're done here. I see this little thing. And it's that kind of stuff that drives me nuts. Never throw a jersey in the dryer. The number one piece of advice I give people about making a jersey last longer. When I used to throw my jerseys in the dryer, they didn't last very long. So definitely throw them away from the dryer. Not preferably on the floor. But yeah, air dry. Do not throw them in the dryer. It's the best piece of advice that I can give anybody who wants to make sure their jersey lasts longer, because it all falls apart. But this one, I'm very proud to say as well, the number and nameplate also known. I ordered the numbers and nameplate when this jersey got damaged in the meetup. I'm not going to say that Jordan did it, because he doesn't like it when I call him out publicly. I'm not going to mention Jordan at all, because honestly, you know, it's one of those things where you don't mention Jordan's name just because he was the one that ran you over on camera at a meetup. It just seems so hard to mention Jordan by name, so I'm not going to do it. All right, next up. Number 13, Blackhawks. And yeah, this is with the neckline that all Blackhawks fans seem to hate. Red all the way around here. The white one as it was on the red one, so I did get the new neckline on the red Blackhawks. I don't know that people necessarily mentioned in the comments when I wore it the first time. They're like, wait, he did get it. Yeah, I found a deal on it. So this Hawks, which just noticed there's a pull on the front. That's usually from the air. The reason that my jerseys are over in this corner rather than being spread out is because if they're over here, the little cat down here that's giving the very guilty look, she will down she doesn't always stay up there, so she falls down. And if she falls down, she tries to grab jerseys on the way down. So I try to keep them away from her so she doesn't jump up on top. All right, what I really like with Hawks jerseys, well, I try to ignore the pull in this one, is the chain stitch logo. Now, you know, I hadn't really noticed the chain stitching in all my premier jerseys and replicas. I didn't think it was a big deal until I actually saw one of the chain stitched in person, and yeah, that ruins Blackhawks jerseys for me forever. It's just the quality difference is huge, and they're all hand done. It's the same woman that makes all of them. She makes all the logos, and it's fantastic. So if you get a Hawks jersey and you compare it to another one, you may very well find small differences in the way that they're stitched, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's kind of how it's because again, when you're hand stitching all this, there's going to be little issues with it, and that's just how that works. The one thing with Hawks jerseys, they're tricky. I try not to wear them very often. If I'm going to wear one out in public, I try to make sure I'm wearing the replicas that don't have the chain stitch, because the fabric it pulls easy. And it's really easy for it to fray. And once it starts to fray, it can start to look like a mess pretty quick. So just with Hawks jerseys, honestly, my suggestion would be if you have a genuine, like the Adidas, then wear that out. Wear that somewhere that you know it's not going to get beat up a lot. If you know you're going to be in a situation where you might drop beer on something, don't wear the Adidas. Because again, I try to make sure I don't wear them often, and I have to wash them off. And then shabams. So I took it upstairs. My wife pulled the thread through that was up here, and she pulled the snag through as well. So they're on the inside, so they're not visible anymore. So again, if you don't have a wife that's really handy, if there's a local seamstress that you know, or maybe a neighbor, this is the time where they tell you to check up on your neighbors. Take your jerseys out and look for a neighbor. This is where it might help if you have an old lady in your neighborhood. You're like, hey, I'm checking on her health, and I'm checking on her old lady. Here's a bunch of jerseys you can fix. And when she says, I don't really do that, you go, you're old, you can learn. Sorry. We'll move on to the next one. We're up to the Bruins Winter Classic from last year. Now this one's kind of an odd one too. So the fabric that's in this now, it's all fuzzy. When I saw that the B was fuzzy, and I noticed that on a game, I was like, okay, now I need it. And then I found out too that while this looks black on camera, it's brown. So they're brown and yellow, which was the color that they had because the owner had a store that was the store's colors, so he gave that to the Bruins as well. So that's kind of a weird fact, but I found that out when I was doing my history videos. So the Bruins, it's nice. The one thing with this is, of all the logos, this one's sort of really, it feels like that it's almost like, I think that, yeah, this is felt here. And because of the fabric, I do worry about, this is another one too, I worry if you wear it too much, you might get all kind of warp that goes on in here. Again, you can't really see it on camera, but actually, yeah, you kind of can, right up in here, where it's kind of warped a bit. So I don't know how much wear and tear these jerseys can take, to be honest. This logo makes it a little iffy. But I really liked it. I love that it's got their Stanley Cups in here in Shamrocks. That's a fantastic design. And so this ends up at we're at number 12. Number 11. And Sabres fans, here you go. Here's your 50th. And it's got all the logos that they all hate right in here. So you got the original, you got the goat head, as it's called, the cross swords, which was never their official logo, and the Buffalo right in the middle. So I'm not sure if you call all of this what you can summarize that ad as 5 decades of change, or the more things change, the more we go back to our original logo. I don't know. But I love this jersey, and one thing about the 50th anniversary jersey is I kind of hope they find a way to keep it somehow. Now, the LA Kings did it with their 50th, where they just took the gold out of it. You take the gold out of this, it loses something. But the depth you get in this Buffalo with the gold, and you can kind of see it's just fantastic. The other Buffalo jerseys I have are not in this countdown. The Winter Classic was close, because the Winter Classic one has kind of the faux leather, the feather Buffalo on it, which is really nice as well. But this is a pretty fantastic overall jersey. And again, 50 years. This is why the Canucks, when they released their 50th, like they had the skate and then they had the throwback sort of stick and rink, and it was just sort of man, because this is so nice. We have controversy at number 10. This is the Whalers green with hurricane flags in the neck, and of course this is the throwback that they wore. I didn't get upset with them wearing this because the Whalers aren't coming back. They're not going to go back to Hartford. So, as a result, I'm okay with this. It's the same reason that if the Avalanche at some point wanted to wear Nordique's throwback, I would be totally fine with that, because the odds are right now not likely to get the Nordiques back. The Canadian dollar right now, last I saw, was down to like 69 cents US. That equals no Nordiques here, because everybody gets paid in American dollars in the NHL. So this is as close as we're going to get to a Hartford Whalers jersey. And it's nice. I'd like to see them do a white throwback as well. It was always my favorite logo because of HW. It's so nice. It's so simple. It's such a fantastic one. The only thing that they missed is the whale on the shoulder. That's the only thing that would have made this absolutely perfect, and it might have bumped it up on the countdown. Number 9, and you're going to see the Stars a couple of times in this countdown. No, their Winter Classic is not in it. So number 9 is the Dallas Stars, and of course I have the 25th anniversary. The reason I got that with the 25th anniversary was, at the time, Cool Hockey was having a sale, but you had to spend $200 to get the discount. The jersey's $199, so by adding this, I got the 30% discount, and I actually paid less than I would have if I didn't order it with the 25th anniversary logo. And it's a nice logo. It really is. For all of the many logos you'll see, with it's a really nice one. Dallas overall, it's nice, it's clean. When they did the rebrand, I was a little bit nervous in the beginning, and then they came out. I saw the logo first, and I thought, that's not too bad. And then I saw the jersey, and I'm like, that's a really nice jersey, and it was better than the just Dallas word mark across the front, which you will not see at the top of any countdown that I have everywhere. I have both the home and away word mark jerseys. I'm not a fan of either. So this one, though, is in the top 10. Number 8, and the Chicago Blackhawks, which are widely regarded to have one of the best logos and styles in sports. This is the difference. So everybody went nuts about this, so they had to go to this. Not a major difference, but I got a really good deal on this. So I did. I got this for like 40% off. I think it was on Ice Jerseys, I want to say, and I thought, yeah, all right, I'll get it for that. It may have even been 50%. I know it was cheaper than what it was supposed to be. And so I went, all right, I'll get the new one, and then I'll look at the video and we'll see if anybody notices, and they didn't. So, again, I didn't think this was that egregious. It's not that much different than what the Montreal Canadiens wear, and I don't hear a lot of complaints about them needing to change. But Adidas listened and they made a change. And it's up to you guys to decide which one you like better. These are not taking up different spots on the countdown because I don't think the difference warrants one being higher than the other. But let me know what you guys think. Up to number 7, and here comes the Shark Stealth. So I know there are a lot of people that don't really like this one because it looks and it is kind of like the old Black Ice. And for people who like Black Ice, I did a video on that not too long ago. Black Ice and Black Accelerator. This has some similarities in that it's very monochromatic. It's very much just one color with black. But when you look at the actual sleeves, and you can see in the sleeve the letters S and J for San Jose, and it's like it's a computer circuit board. That sleeve, that one thing right in there makes this that much better. The one thing I do wonder is, could they ever incorporate that into the regular jerseys when they got away from the orange in their jerseys? They dropped the stripes at the bottom. The San Jose jersey they wear right now, like, it's not in the top 20, either the home or the away. I have both, and they're kind of boring comparatively speaking with what they had before. If they incorporated this aspect of the stealth jersey into the regular jersey, I think it would make them that much nicer. I do. And I don't know that they are. I think it would look nicer. But again, let me know what you guys think. As I get into number 6, if you hear a cat snore, either pixel or auto snore. So